Welcome back, everyone, to Let's Play Advanced Tactics Gold GD 1938, the After Action Report series, but it's really going to be played live this time. This is not going to be After Action Report at all, but live action. But anyways, this is the second part of our first turn at war. After spending 40 minutes basically just doing some naval attacks and some attacks in the south. Excuse me, gosh, every time only when I'm recording do I get hiccups. Anyway, so I figured out what I want to do. One thing I did off camera, I moved this unit who was here, just moved him over here, because again, my attack stack can be up to 300, and we're not utilizing that enough. So I need to pour a lot of reinforcements. A lot of green forces are going to flood the front this turn. Especially here, it's extremely weak. Unfortunately, we don't have AT guns on these guys. So they probably will just get overrun anyway. There's only one remaining AT gun in this entire area. What I could do is swap over an AT gun. Oh boy. We are low on AT guns. Okay, so this one can go here. Let's do that. So he got there, and this one can move here. And then we're going to ask for... Wait, why is this one? Why is this one higher when... Oh, the experience. Experience is 20 and 21 because it must have newer troops. And this one has 25 and 25. Oh, no, it's 16 over here, but... Well, regardless, it's slightly better shape. And mortars are going to be less likely to be helpful anyway. So we'll throw one green unit in there as well. I was contemplating what to do with these forces. What I think I'm going to do is end up kind of evacuating this whole hex, at least of my yellow headquarters. They'll be gone. I want to move them, the artillery up here. They were so effective that I just am going to continue to bombard whatever units are there. So, yeah, this is just so effective. My goodness. So 7 more rounds of attack damage. We killed another armored car, another 2C, 3 more 3Ds, and 6 of them retreated. Their readiness is basically down to nothing. It should be a real easy push to get them out of there now. So we'll take our 84. Wait, can I do that? Oh, you can't join the attack. In fact, this is the only unit that can. Okay, well, let's do it then. Let's join the attack with them. It's nice to get overkill. If we're going to kill them, let's do overkill. I want to save the heavy machine gun group, though. So let's just get my infantry to attack. Again, they're so weak, I guess, that it just doesn't matter who attacks. We'll get an AT gun to attack, because that it still has probably maybe 4 times the readiness of any unit here. Now, we want to attack with the tanks in here for sure. I know that much. Those are going to be very strong on the attack. AT guns are probably powerful. Okay, we surely already have enough. Concentric bonus, attack. A lot of things are working in our favor. I'm going to leave this unit defending just because they are entrenched. I want to leave this one. So this is a good one. The AT gun 2, that's fantastic. 2 of them, what I meant to say. Okay, so we have everyone, unless we want to throw in this AT gun as well. No, let's do this attack. And attack. We still lost plenty of forces, my god. But there they are. So, in the end, all told, I don't know how many that was killed. But actually, I can reference my final table in the statistics. But killed 2, 1 retreated, killed 5, 7 retreated. That is just fantastic. And they don't have a bridge over here, remember. Excuse me, they don't have a bridge here, so... Let's move those guys back in. This is probably just fodder for the next turn, but we'll move them in as well. And then we'll hope that my Yak 1s here can defend this massive vulnerable hex. In fact, I was going to move this one that has 1 heavy machine gun in here, just to kind of make 1 more heavy machine gun, and also to obscure the artillery. Give everything more targets besides the artillery, which I want to protect. Okay, so this is looking okay. I want to move a reserve force here. And I think I want to move one of these guys here. This reserve force, I guess we'll move here. Maybe even here. Seems to make more sense. But wait, no, we brought... Yeah, this is not going to be a black defended hex, so let's move... Okay, we have AT guns here. Perfect. You've already moved here. Can you get one more? You can. Do it. Make it so. And we'll get the AT gun here to move here. And now we have no AT guns remaining, but this one already has an AT gun somewhere. It does. Right. The one I just moved in, of course. This one has no AT gun. I think we'll just manually hard move an AT gun into one of these two places. How about this one gets here and gets some AT guns from our main headquarters? We have plenty, so I'm going to move 3 in, I think. Start doing 3 AT guns. Okay, good. So they're not online yet. Kind of terrible readiness, but that's okay. Maybe he won't really notice, and they still can defend themselves really well across the river. I'm not too. That's not so bad. Okay, we'll put our engineers, I think, right here, which will put them in position to build the fortification wherever I want it next turn. We'll have to wait one turn anyway. And now the fun stuff. If you thought that was fun, you just wait. The fun stuff has only just begun. I don't want to lose this. Maybe this guy should move in here to help reinforce. He doesn't have any AT, but one, we can get him AT. Or is it better to move it, just keep him here and put AT on him while he's here? We have one AT gun at 84, one AT gun at 71. These guys are going to get bombarded and just absolutely obliterated. And we don't have any Yak 1s in position to defend that hex either, which is not good. Okay, but I think... Okay, so I have my KV-1s here, and I was thinking, what should I do with them? Should I bring them out? I want to try to hold them in reserve one turn, just one turn, to give him, lull him into a false sense of security. But I think even without doing that, I stand a really good chance of taking Konigsberg. I actually was thinking about it off camera. I think I can actually get Konigsberg, which would be phenomenal. So it's 20, probably 30 to move here. So 20, 60, 30 is 30. And then he'll only have 30 hit points for that. So yeah, let's get him involved in this attack. I was trying to figure out which to save him for, but let's get him involved in this one. Let's do our bombardment first. And we have we have 3 artillery here, which we can use in the next bombardment. I think we will do that in Konigsberg. So that way, even if we don't take it, even if we don't take it, we'll do pretty good damage to it. So let's first soften these guys up. That is going really well. Okay, the bridge survived, which is actually really important. I didn't think about that. My goodness, down to 18, killed 6, 1. I think that these guys will just get steamrolled at this point. No need for any kind of fighters or anything like that to contribute. So I want to use my light tanks, definitely. And my medium tanks I might hold in reserve. How far can you guys move? It's 20 for you as well. Well, you might as well get involved in this one. Motorized infantry. We might as well get you guys involved as well, because that's only 12 movement, so you can definitely contribute. I do have 2 here. They're not going to worry about dropping us. This guy can get involved, and I think I will do that, and I'll just drop one of these guys down here. I don't need more units in Talon defending, and what's more, I can actually just hand put some units in there. I think this guy can move a little bit closer to the front. Oh, he needs to stay on the rails, though, I see. So he can't, if he moves any closer, he has to move here. Actually, he can do that. And then we'll pop this guy forward 1. That seems to make sense. He doesn't need to even pop forward, but we will do it this way because he's still 3 hexes from everyone, which is good. This is probably the limit of his command. Yeah, so that's fine. He's just basically a Leningrad and coastal defense in the north, because I didn't want this guy to be so overburdened. 120 already. Okay, let's get to the task at hand, as I keep saying. You will attack. You will attack. You will attack. You will attack. Huh. Yeah, sure, why not? You attack. I'll leave one not attacking, just as a defensive force. Well, I already left my one. What are we attacking into? Not AT. But I want these guys to be involved in the next attack, so let's move them in. You can't. You can't. And then these guys I want involved as well. I don't know how it works. I think that attacking in is not going to take action points for them any more than it would take action points for them just to move in after we captured it. So I'm going to put them into the attack. No, never mind. We are way over the limit. So let's withdraw a little bit of... What do these guys have? They don't have any AT. We could probably just march in with like a couple tanks. All right, let's withdraw our motorized and save those guys for the next attack. Let's move in with them, yes. Not these guys. AT is not necessary. Okay, who's in the attack right now? One group, that's fine. It's still good to have one infantry to combat infantry. Heavy tanks and light tanks, they can still get lucky and kill them, so, you know. AT gun, probably not necessary. Yeah, okay, who do we have in this hex? Who am I going to leave? Probably better to only leave this guy, so let's have this unit in the attack. And then we'll just do it from here. We still took a few losses, more than I expected, to be honest. But that went well. We still came out on top. Very few units retreated, which is good because they're probably retreating back to Konigsberg, I'm sure. Now, anybody who has movement 0 here, we're just going to move them in because that means that they've already attacked, so they already expended the movement points to get there. So we'll put them in, especially because we already know we're going to do our next attack from there. So 22 to move in. Interesting, I didn't attack with medium tanks. That was a mistake. But that's okay. Okay, movement 0, go in. But you guys actually... Ooh, this is really interesting. I can do the attack from 3 sides. Will we get there? Let's see. They really don't have that much. Now, I think this is where it's going to be important to try to draw out the enemy forces. So let's see what these yaks can do way over here. They can't reach the front, darn it. But these yaks can. I have yaks here, or what do I have here? I have Type 5s. Very good. Oh, they can do it. Okay, so what we have here is BF 109Cs. They have readiness of 90. 109Ds, readiness of 100. My goodness, it's pretty good. Some Junkers. Shouldn't have to worry about those. They have a lot, actually. What I think is actually better to do is not... Oh, by the way, before I forget, let's get this to be part of this headquarters. I'm sure that you're probably damaged because... Just, you know, make political points if you can make anything. 2.2, whatever. Doesn't matter. Yeah, it's fine. Actually, to actually get something out of it, we probably should just set it to supply. How's my supply situation? It's going up. The only time this drops for me is when I'm actually... Not this. When I need to auto-upgrade. Yeah, so we don't have any units, and that means this is going up. The supply is going up, so we're fine there. Okay, this is so exciting. We might actually be able to take Konigsberg in the counterattack, and we aren't even using our KV-1s. This, I have to say that Jurgen looks like he was very severely depleted by his operations in the west. And I don't think he's going to be able to succeed in his attacks here. But that's good for us, of course. Because I'm leaving my entire motorized group in the back. So that does not bode well. Oh, we can use defend 2. We don't need to. We can use attack 2. We will. Absolutely. But who will get it? Who's the lucky unit? Probably... I think I have a tank group here. Yeah, I think these tanks... This tank group is the one who's going to get it. Alright, let me go ahead and do that. What? There's no time like the present to play all these silly cards. I'm not a big fan of the card game, but that's fine. Armor and infantry, so let's go ahead and get this infantry. Combat effectiveness up by 30%. 15% I guess for armor. That's still fine. They will do well. This is so exciting. I'm like really excited. So we move here, it's 12. Yeah, so we definitely move there. Oh, this has flak with it. That's brilliant. I'm glad I put that flak unit over here. And no other artillery, so we'll do the bombardment. Doesn't matter if they blow bridges, I don't even care. Just get some damage done. And we definitely are. That's great. Okay, so bridge survived. This location took half damage already. We killed a few, well, I guess one airplane. Didn't really do too much. Didn't do anything to their... this is actually really important for us to look at, though. This is what they have defending. This is quite a lot. Quite a lot. Okay, they're going to have... I don't care about their riflemen, their medium... I don't care about any of these things. I want to do the attack because it's possible for our land forces. Probably it won't happen, but if we can take this, we will eliminate their airplanes here. All their airplanes. And that'll probably just spell total defeat for them. Alright, let's look. They have 1 AT gun 1. Okay, that's not too bad. 4 machine... I actually got one of those. That's nice. Flak. Okay, good thing we didn't attack this place with air. Some infantry gun 2s. Here's the important thing. Okay, only 1 2C and 8 3Ds. And those are all in good fighting shape. But I do have like plenty of tank forces myself. Alright. I hit print screen on that just in case, because I'm not sure if we might need it. We might need that information, but and you can only play defense, huh? Darn it. Well, I can't bomb them, so that's unfortunate. I think we can take them though. These guys can still do 400. Yes. I think we can do this. Alright, we're going to need some support of some kind. Not from this unit, not from this unit. Did this unit... Oh, this is the ones... This is all the people who fell back. Well, we have one that didn't fall back. That's motorized. We'll move them forward to posture an attack at least. I think if we just attacked with everything right now, we'd be way over our cap. Yeah, way over. 558. Jeez, my God. Way over. And we didn't even get these heavy tanks involved, which we really want to do. Now, it is a city, so tanks obviously fight at a detriment against urban. Minus 50%. So there's something to be said about that, but what happens with AT guns? I don't know. Do AT guns also fight at the same detriment? I imagine yes. No. So let's get those AT guns involved, even though they are only a third as effective, because on the defensive, no, half. They're only half. So that's not bad. That's basically the 50% penalty right there. And what is your attack rating? Yeah. Well, I don't know if it matters. I think we're just going to go throw everything into the meat grinder. The majority of the units here are tanks. Not necessarily. Well, yes, I would actually say yes. The majority of the combat points are probably tanks. they're pretty light on their infantry. Okay, let's do it. Let's do all the attack with the tanks. Tank. I don't think we need you. Let's get the AT guns. One with the... Okay, one of you with the AT guns, then... Just to give the combat bonus, then let's just keep getting tanks. Tanks. All the tanks. 385. And one AT gun. Yes, you as well. Not you. You are already in the attack. Okay, so 430 out of 360. I really wish we could have done some bombardment on Konigsberg first, because it would greatly... Look at all these units we're going up against. Is this insane? Maybe, but we got to go for it. Here we go. Oh my gosh. Oh, we're so close. We did it. Oh. And that, I believe, is the war. That is huge. I think that's the war. I don't think that Germany can continue. We have just eliminated all their air. Essentially all the aircraft they have. So many aircraft have just been destroyed. We have our KV-1s that are in reserve. Don't take anything away from the Germany player. Just remember that he fought a very gruesome war against C.D. Young, who's fantastic. Just a very good player. He knows all the game mechanics very well. I like to still role play a mixed division and all that. I like to get all those things in there. I think Jurgen does, but I think Chuck has just the numbers down really well and makes him a very tough opponent. Very tough. So, anyway, Konigsberg is ours. This is obviously a dream situation for the Russians. It doesn't even matter if we can hold it. It really doesn't. It just absolutely doesn't matter. The fact that we took away all those aircraft. And what's more, we can actually... This opens us up for attacking all their ships with our aircraft. Because, yeah, there's like no points left in this. I'm just going to get... Political points is even useless. It's not even going to give us 0.1. A single rifleman is 400. Yeesh. It's partly because it's not our people, and partly because we've just destroyed it. Well... It'll just never do anything if we ask it to do anything serious. So let's just make it do, city supply points until such time when it can actually do anything else. And I don't know if the game will go on much longer because I think that the Russians will just push in. If we can hold this line and even just pushing them back like this, I think it was just so significant. That was absolutely huge. Wow, huge. Okay, 75. Let's get my submarines, which are, I just think, useless. Let's get them to do an attack, try to push out. Took one. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Get a kill, get a kill, get a kill. Yikes. 1 to 0, but that's fine. We can always follow up with these guys. No, Night Raiders, sorry. Naval Patrol are good at submarines. They are. 150. What else do we have? And then we have torpedoes, right? And these are... It's 500 against warships, so they're pretty good against warships, but we can actually see what their rating is against... Actually, I forgot what it was. Okay, DB3T. DB3T, there it is. So let's compare what it can do to submarines. 60, so it's way, 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 way less effective. So that means the Naval Patrol ship is what we should be using against this submarine. Well, both submarines. And they're still surviving. Okay, there's 2 retreated. I don't know what it means when they retreat. The readiness is down to 10. We can still attack. That only took half of our points, but like now it would be nice to do an attack, I think. Readiness is down to 10. Can we do this? I don't know if this is a useful idea because we have a battleship. We have 3 destroyers, which can't help. And these are only at readiness 70, but that's still 7 times the readiness. Let's do it. Oh, God. Oh, God. Learning the hard way, I guess. that's not the right way to deal with these ships. All right, well, let's go ahead and still do slowly eke out our attack here. Good. 4, 5. We couldn't do anything. We didn't even... I don't think we did anything useful. But that's okay. That's okay. We still have our torpedo bombers. I guess we could send them... I want to send them over here, though. The question is there any units? 1, 2, 3. Actually, I think it's completely vulnerable. So this might be still kamikaze because we don't have that many torpedo bombers and they have quite a few ships. But let's try to get a few hits in with our torpedo bombers. Yeah, they're taking crazy damage, but we're actually doing okay. Okay, 2 dead for 2 dead. That's not a good ratio, but that's okay. I guess the light cruisers are called heavy cruisers. They show up as CA on that list. 2, and they're both at 100, so we didn't do any damage to the pocket battleships. Bummer, because they can continue to bombard us. We can actually bombard them, counter-bombard them with artillery. Shore artillery counts. I mean, their artillery can count as shore artillery, bombarding ships. So that's useful. It's just amazing that we succeeded. Wait, this one has the action points left. Amazing. So that card that we played, this is actually the victor. When you see these guys and they have 0 action points, that means they finished all their action points in the attack. And this unit actually didn't, which means it was the one remaining one. That is so amazing. And really interesting. I think we would have pushed on with the attack. We would have pushed in any old troops, any of them, into the attack because we were so close. But the fact that we won is just better than having to do it twice, right? So let's get these guys in, even though all these forces are going to be pretty weak. But these guys are readiness of 40. I'll actually leave them back. 74, that's a little bit better. Actually, I don't want these guys there either because I want to pull these tanks back and start pairing them with my KV-1s. I'm getting 10 KV-1s or almost 10 KV-1s a turn right now. I separated some armored cars. I like to merge them with another unit. I feel like it's not realistic to have KV-1s just pouring out by themselves. It's not terribly unrealistic actually, but it makes me feel better when they're lumped up with other tanks. Like you don't just have a KV-1 column, you have some like support units with them, but you need units which are still fast. So these armored cars are not quite as fast as the KV-1s if we did a comparison. Armored car 2. We can see that they're actually faster. Disregard all. So the KV-1s are a bit slower. That's great, actually. I'm not expecting these things to move faster than KV-1s, but just don't move slower. So this will probably be another unit. I guess I'll send this unit south because it looks like we're going to have more issues to the south. I'm actually going to lump them into this light blue division. They're going to be setting up for a couple turns before they attack. So that'll give the KV-1 unit that I just put in there a little bit of time to build up strength. Let's just make sure that... So this is the one, maybe? 20, 15... Let's compare this with the KV-1. 20, 25... Oh, so they're identical. Very good. So that's a perfect match. And I know for sure the light tank is a perfect match. So what I'll do is I will get a new unit. And I'll transfer... Who's like the least... So the light tanks are actually the least... How are you? I already checked and you're better. Let's do this. Let's just you move the light tanks over. And then move the KV-1s into this weird division. And we'll also send these guys to the south. Ta-da! Okay, I mean, it's already, like I said, probably won. But maybe since I don't think I'll be doing any more attacks, maybe what I should do is put a cut in here, and then I won't finish the episode yet, but I'll come back when all the rest of our movement is done, and I'll just kind of explain what happened. But like, what do we have? Is it possible to? No, it's okay. Easy. Who could attack? Oh wow, we can get more tanks attacking. But these guys might be better off moving to the south so that I can try to hold the line. I need to make it so expensive for them to take this hex that they can't continue to attack in any direction, or do a 4-side surround on Bialystok or whatever. You know what would have been awesome is, oh my gosh, my motorized. Oh heavens, we need recon. This is amazing. Can we take Danzig? Get out of there. 20 is basically the hide points. Now they can still retreat, right? 22, yeah. So they need to have 22 left to retreat. If we find anybody in there, I don't think we can even take it, but... yeah, so they'll have 22 left. Oh, yeah, there's a lot of units in here. Can we do the attack? We could do the attack and we could put these guys on... well, let's definitely change this to... we could change this to 25%, which would make it like kind of a scouting attack. Oh, can we attack here? Oh, no, because it's not on the road. Because they just have 109Ds, staff. That would be awesome to attack. And this is an air factory, so it's urban, 1, which makes it hard to defend. And 2, it's a place where their planes can land. Well, it's a place where they're building new planes even. So I'll probably want to destroy this with artillery next turn if I can. That was really cool, just the opportunity, the chance at a breakout. I don't want to move these guys away yet because it's still possible. Recon. Alright, let's try to do an air recon mission here. Do they have flak? Okay. I don't want to do it there then. Do I get intercepted? I do. Okay, that's good to know. We actually killed one of their... what was it? Oh, 109Ds. Fantastic. Unfortunately, killing it is actually worse than making it retreat, because if you make it retreat, that might ground the rest of the unit. Do we have any other airplanes? We do have a few here. I should have sent them all together. That would be smart. Oh, okay. Can we get... I probably need to do an airstrike with both of these guys, which is somewhat suicidal, because there are flak guns here and machine guns and like basically everything. This is bad for fighters. Heavy machine guns. But I'm going to do it just to take those airplane out of the... that's what I want. Just to get them out. Okay, how many did we lose? We lost 4. And they lost 0? Huh. Oh yeah, those are all just retreated, which actually might be the thing I wanted. Because if we can bombard this hex, that would be so great. 66, 59. They're getting down there. I know it. But now should we send in our Yak 9s? There's probably no time like the present, right? Let's see what's here. Is there flak here? No, I don't think so. I probably should have been viewing this, reconning this area or attacking this area. Let's do it then. Let's see if our Yak 9s can get in. And we will bring our light bomber even, because this is not a bad place to attack. And we'll have the ability to do it like a much more complete assault next turn with our KV-1s, but let's do it. So let's see what happens. So we are getting a few kills. That's good. It's very good. Wow, phenomenal. Very good. We killed... Let's just look at the details. No, this is switch view, sorry, but this is the details in my opinion. We killed... Wow, we killed an artillery too. 2 submachine guns. It's not bad. 3 109Ds. Very good. Yeah, that's very good. And took a lot of damage ourselves, but none of it permanent, which is obviously the best. Okay. Sheesh. 35 minutes. We're already going on. If I'm going to do my cut and try to get this in, we've got to do it quick. So I think I will pull back with these units. There's obviously... I just wish we had... they don't have enough to do any air recon or anything. How much recon can you guys do? 2 points. And you're night fighters, which basically means it's very hard for you to be spotted. Let's do it. Let's do air recon. Okay. 10 recon points. Oh, we got it. Wait a second. Oh my lordy. The only thing they have in here is staff. And we have one other... Oh, this is normal infantry. Do we have anybody else who can help? Any other units who can get there? Oh, I really wish I had more motorized now. This might still be enough. This is 15 rifle, 5 submachine guns, which are good. And staff, let's do the comparison. Let's compare this to staff. What staff was it? This is insane. Staff 2. Okay, let's compare our rifles, which should be the worst unit here, against staff 2. And this will just end the game immediately, of course, but... Okay, they only have 7 and 14. So they have 14 and 30 against armor. There's just no way. But we only have 2. We have to defeat them in 2 turns, which is obviously not possible. But it is possible if we do a massive bombing raid on Danzig. Okay, let's do a bombing raid. I can't. Okay, fine. Who can even get over here? Who do we have who can do an airstrike? Some DB3s, some IL4s. A lot of IL4s. I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of interceptions, though. We need to just push any other Yak planes into service on this. Okay, this is also important. I probably want to move these AR2s closer. Takanus now seems like a very very defensible place. So let's get people into Takanus. Okay. Yeah, the rest of the units here are recovering, which is fine. Are we still getting intercepted? See, we're not getting intercepted now. This is fantastic. So we can do the bombardment without fear of retribution, except for these guys still, I think, will defend the hex they're in from a bombing attack. I'm not 100% certain on that, but you know what? There's only one way to find out, and I say let's do it. Let's attack. Oh, yeah, we can definitely get it. Oh my gosh, what a disaster. I wasn't planning to do any, damage to the airplanes or anything. I just wanted to do damage to the staff, and it looks like we did nothing. So they have 42. We took down their readiness by 3, but we really just gave them experience and morale. I don't know, it might have made the situation worse. Is it worth it? We have 2 rounds for this attack if we do it. Just click, click. That's it. Just click, click. That's not a whole lot. And we probably, if they are able to take Konigsberg back, they'll be able to... Okay, this unit doesn't go. This unit maybe stays. This unit can't go. Probably don't need that many units here. One... I think the 1-2 is probably enough. And I can probably get... I can probably make more units in Riga directly from the headquarters, just to prevent it from being, I don't know, attacked. And I don't even know how they would attack it, to be honest. But yeah, I think we will push both of these guys forward, or this unit forward then, because we will want better defenses there. And we have some units here that can also defend. Like this one is perfect. Well, 42 readiness rifle. Wow, what happened there? Okay, this is a perfect unit. This one can actually attack, but we don't want to. Yeah, I don't know what happened with that. And this one can actually defend as well. We will need some defenses in the south, though. What is your situation? You're perfect, so go here. Yeah. That was so critical. I think this is the only chance we're going to get, so I'm just going to roll the dice and do it. Yeah, okay, so we ended up taking one casualty, killing one individual, or one... I don't know what this is, brigade, or no, it can't be a brigade, maybe a platoon. We killed one platoon of staff, and we took 2 losses of submachine guns, 1 ourselves, and now we can't do anything. So that's... Don't know if that was the best idea, but... Oh! But actually, we can strengthen our defenses over here, which I actually like that a lot. So they'll have to focus on this a little bit. I don't know. The game just might be over. So, so now I do think we need to move better defenses in here. They're at 250 here. So what are we at? 70 and 60. That's not great. 74. Not great again. Very low on this one, but the AT guns have held, which is important. And reasonable around there. Okay. Let's move them in here. And move this unit. Even with its low riflemen, I think it still has to defend now. Okay, we'll leave 1 defense in there. These guys are all weak, but we can push other units forward. We have, yeah. These guys are actually low on units altogether. That's actually okay. Doesn't matter. We'll just get them in there. I neglected to actually bump these guys up to where they should have been in terms of unit count. This should be 40 and 5. We can change that here, but I'm actually just going to leave it because I like the readiness being higher for the defense. And those are probably untakeable now, especially because they can only be attacked by a single direction. Their fortress is probably going to want to do more defense than anything else. Okay, and here we are, 42 minutes. This single 1 turn has taken over an hour and 20 minutes already. And that's not even, that's just what I've recorded, and not even to mention planning off camera. And I haven't done the south, and I'm not going to do anything in the south, just reinforce here. Tell you what, I'm going to just put a quick cut in here. I'll come back. Actually, do I need to? I don't know if there's anything else I really need to do on this turn. I will come back after a quick cut, just to make sure I'm not doing anything else. So, I'll see you in a sec. Alright, well, I have spent a lot of time, and I'm probably even going to spend some more time off camera. I just want to make a few more units. I have plenty of horses, AT guns, riflemen, and machine guns. So I plan to make a few more. Yeah, just a few more units along the southern front. I feel like I'm not probably anticipating enough how big of an impact Italy might have on the game. They are just a full-fledged nation, and I think that they're probably a little more like generally balanced. They're a little more ahistorical probably in this than normal, because I think that they're a little stronger compared to Germany than they would be, because the initial premise of this scenario is that all of these different nations, China, Italy, should be like not quite, but at least somewhat on even footing with all the other ones like Germany, United States. It's not completely true, but maybe a little bit more so than was historically true. So I'm probably going to shift a few more forces down to the south. Now, the good news is this is an area I can stand to lose ground in. There's not a whole lot of cities besides Lvov, which I stand to lose. I right now probably would like to shift a few more forces into Lvov because it's a little bit weak, but we do have this wonderful armored unit that I moved in there this turn, and I think that itself is probably already enough to hold the fort, at least for one more turn before I can get a few reinforcements. I'll probably, I'll just show you what I'm planning to do here. Let's see, what is this? This is at 96, 102, so we'll probably make a new yellow group here. So let's just get one more over here. I'm expecting an attack in this frontal area, so I have armor here. I just have a lot of anti-tank guns and stuff over here, and I'm not even sure if I've correctly put all the units I need to over there, but so we'll just do this normal 40, 5, and I'm getting a lot of AT gun 3s because I just have a whole bunch of them left over. I don't have any infantry guns, so I'm just doing groups of 3 right now because I can. Mainly just because I can. There's no great reason for it. This puts us at 75%, I think. Yep, there it is, 75% readiness. And this drop is going to take them down to 32, I think. So there it is, 38. Sorry, it's whatever 75 divided by 2 rounded up would be. Well, it's just rounded, and we round 0.5 up to we round 0.5 up. Anyway, let's see. So that obviously this unit is not combat effective this turn, but next turn they'll probably be up to like 60 or 70 or something, and that means that at least if they're attacked on the next turn, they'll be able to withstand that assault. So basically what I did is off camera I did a few air attacks. I pushed up some reinforcements here because now I actually think I can hold this. I don't really care. I was thinking we have the available forces to lead a pretty sizable attack here. I don't think I'm going to do it because I think it's unnecessary. This salient obviously is just going to be devastated if they stay there. If they commit too many forces to the defense without knocking me out here, they're going to lose a lot of forces. And I think even just gaining this hex and being able to fortify it was actually huge, bigger than I think I even imagined. It can be attacked from 3 sides, so it's going to be a bit of a burden to hold it. However, I think they've committed too many forces down to the south. We see a huge reserve in Krakow. I don't know what this is. It's possibly, because it's an urban, possibly holding a lot of their airfield, their air units. But I don't know that. I didn't scout it. I don't have any forces available to scout it. I probably mismanaged some of my air force in this turn, but we'll make up for it a little bit. Now, just in case you're interested in seeing what I'm doing for production, I am currently grabbing 10 KV-1s, 14 Yak-1s. This is the linchpin of my forces right now. Good air to provide air cover against, obviously, a superior Luftwaffe. And also a steady supply of riflemen and machine guns still. I'm getting artillery 3, that's right. So this is kind of interesting. I have a lot of trucks available, 18. So I'm getting what? It was 6 or so? And at some point I actually set up Minsk, or was it Kiev? Yeah, Minsk, to build medium trucks eventually. But I don't need them yet, because I do have this pretty large reserve already. So eventually I'm going to start ferrying new artillery 3 to the front. And I find that artillery is probably the best at breaking these little World War I trench warfare type siege fronts, or Sitzkrieg as it's sometimes fondly or not fondly referred to. Anyway, that's what I plan on doing if we draw to a stalemate on the lines. The artillery 3 should be my tool to break that free. And I've killed a lot. I think I've killed a lot of enemy artillery on this turn. So, okay, 3 doesn't seem that crazy, but to me, it's like a significant gain. How much have we lost in terms of stuff? 13 fighter 1s, good. Get rid of them. Good riddance. I shouldn't be saying that because they're still effective in defending against almost any other bomber. But they obviously, against the 109Ds, they just don't hold a torch to them. Don't hold a candle. Losing the Type 5s, 5 of those is a little bit bad as well. I did that kind of reckless attack. Wow, I lost a lot of IL-4s. I lost a lot of IL-4s. That was on the attack on Danzig. I don't even know what we really got out of it. I was obviously trying to take the city of Danzig, and I think we reduced the structural location a little bit. This is going to impact their production slightly, but yeah. They're going to have to reinforce the city. I don't think that they'll be able to counterattack this force out, just because if they attempt to do that and they fail, they probably know that I'll put a lot of pressure on them. And what they don't know is for next turn, I have lined up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 KV-1 armored divisions ready to go. I even have, well, I didn't even remember this, but I even have 1 motorized infantry still in reserve. That's not supposed to be the case. I think I didn't shift somebody down who should have been shifted down. AT gun, this one stays. And 1 other AT gun. So this guy, I think there's 1 other individual I'm supposed to shift south. No, really that's it. I wanted to make sure that this hex didn't fall, although we can see it's not a real negative if it falls. Basically, they just punt us out, but there's no bridge crossing, so it's kind of difficult for them. It is difficult, definitely, for them to do that. We put a little bit of damage on this factory, but that'll be repaired by next turn. I don't have any other artillery to really bring up, unfortunately, so we didn't hide anything in our hand there. Anyways, this is going to be an hour episode if I let it keep dragging on like this, so let me just call this episode to a close, this turn to a close. I will save and exit. Probably I'm just going to deploy a few more ground forces in reserve back here, but I'll do that off camera. And like I said, I could have thought about doing this attack, and I have some decent units available for this. The new blue motorized infantry that I brought up, and I could even bring up more. We're already over the attack stack, but I don't think this is a good idea. We can do a 4-sided attack, or even if we lose this, a 3-sided attack next turn with a lot more fresher units, so we'll wait. And, yeah, I'm a little nervous about the south. We'll see how it plays out, though. So, thanks for watching, and until the next episode, take care.